this message to any surviving Autobots taking refuge among the stars. We are here.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, friends and family. Hey, how's it going, everybody? I found Megatronus the other day at, believe it or not, Ross. This dude was $25 at Ross. Now, whenever I got him, I opened him up on a live. That's the only reason the box is open. But whenever I got him, I'll show you this back here. This little thing was all loose, and somebody like this had come out, and someone had taped it. Well, I'm not even showing you. This had come out, and somebody taped it back in, and this accessory was just floating around the box. So I think maybe this was a return. I don't know. Anyway, I walked into Ross. I found him there. I thought it was pretty incredible. They've got such cool stuff there. So I went on ahead and picked up Megatronus, Age of the Primes, The Fallen. You can see all this stuff he has dripping off of him. Let's look at him real quick. Yeah, he is phenomenal with those yellows and purples and all that fun stuff. His flame effects are awesome. You get the little bag. It comes with this little axe-type pokey thing. This is soft plastic, so don't worry, I won't hurt myself. But it comes, and this is the accessory that was loose. This little thing was just kind of flopping around in there. And he comes with a big, like Jason Voorhees machete. Robots, big robots like this with swords and knives always kind of freak me out. And a humongo blaster cannon that comes in a couple of pieces. Yeah, you got this little bit here that comes in the bag, and it plugs in the end of the barrel, so that can complete his accessorize. And he is pretty awesome. I mean, just the articulation on the guy is pretty cool. I kind of went over it a little bit on the... What the heck? Oh, I forgot to lift up the hip skirt. That was my fault. Let's pop that back on real quick. I did that earlier, too. Whenever I was just playing with him. There we go. He's got little hip skirts here. Let's lift up his little hip skirts. And then his legs. They go everywhere. They do everything that you need them to do. His arms do everything that you need them to do. Plus, partially for transformation, he's got this cool little butterfly joint in here. So he could actually, he can bring his arms, almost all the way. Well, actually, he can touch his opposite shoulder over there. He can really move his arms well. Yeah, but I thought I would bring him on and show him to you all and actually kind of give him his own little... Because he's a cool figure. He is such a cool figure. I want to give him his own little bit here, his own episode. Nice clean back. It turns into a little tank thing. Let's look at the back of the box here real quick. There we go. That is our goal. We are going to try and transform this guy. Let's go on ahead and do that. Okay, let's start by taking off all of his accessories, and his hands are cool too. They've got the little pinned in the knuckles, but his hands actually open and close very easy. Like the other ones, the hands were just crazy in there. And you've got little pegs on the flame effects, and they go into these little ports right here on his shoulders. That's pretty cool. Let us take his big machete, and that's how he holds his weapons and everything like that. They actually fit in the little cupped out indention in there. And then you can just close his hands around it. How nice is that? Alright, his little blaster, we'll take that off, and that's pretty cool. Well, I knew he was falling over. Well, there we go. And this thing, actually, for transformation, you get it, it's just in this one piece. But it comes up, it pops up, and kind of elongated. And I think we do something with that. This goes down, because I think it plugs in backwards like that or something. I don't know, but I know we hook up here. That's at least what it looks like there, because that's his arms. And we'll go on ahead and take this little flame effect off. These little flame effects on the back are very cool. They just plug into those ports right there. But yeah, check those out. Those are super neat. And these are the ones that go on his shoulders. And, they did a really good job. Those are super shiny. Still that soft vinyl, but very pretty. Very cool. Very cool. Yep, those are very, very cool. All right. Well, we've got him all of his stuff taken apart here. Did I tell you guys that he has a waist swivel? Yeah. He has a waist swivel, head swivel. You can really do a lot with this dude. He has got just so much playability. He's very cool. I've been fiddling with him. I have yet to transform him. We are going to do that together. You and I. Okay, there we go. Now, let's see. There's the instructions. Let's see how long we can go before we have to break out the instructions. Usually. Okay. Open up that little side panel. Let's flip his hand in. Make sure it's all squared up in there. Close that back up. Got a little side panel over here. Which way did that open? There we go. Turn his hand around and flip it inside there. Click that back up there. All right, all right. Now we got that much going. Let's see. And leave that there, leave that there. Okay, pull that up. I know. There we go. This kind of call comes apart here. And we pull that down. And let us, okay, all this comes up. And, okay, we gotta hide the head first. That's the first thing I usually do, try and do, is hide the head. So, I know I gotta do something with these tank tread things back here. I think, there we go. Yep, those come up, flip around, and clip into place, and that's on both sides of his shoulders there. That's kind of what really filled in all that big gap there. There we go, there we go. Is there more stuff in there? Nope. Alright, and let's pull those out. Get those out of the way. I don't think those go that way. I think they go the other way. Yeah, well, we'll check on it here in a minute. Oh, okay. These flip around. Okay, those flip around and go forward. There we go. Let's pull that out. Flip that around. And these are, you can see there's a little mushroom peg right in there. And then that goes up on in there like that. There we go. Let's push those. There we go. I think those go kind of like that. Now, let me see if I can finish figuring out all of this stuff here, because this is a bit wonky. Okay, we got that. That goes like that. That goes like that. This goes way up in here somehow. I just turned his head around. And that goes back there. I don't know. We'll hold off on that for a second. Let us... That goes there. Thought somehow that this... But that's just transforming it back to like it's supposed to be. Ah, okay. Put that there. Oh, no, wait. Okay. Alright, these little chest pieces come in. Like this and like this. And I thought this flipped around or did something. No? Okay, that goes... Alright. The chest pieces flip in. That goes down in there like that. And it does something. I thought something flipped around. Did something twist on this? Well, it does. I just turned it the wrong way. Alright, let's put the pieces back together. And I put it like it should be. And then sort of its backward thing there. And I think that goes down there. Like that. Is that the way that works? That goes up. And it's in there. I don't know. Alright, we're going to have to refer to the instructions. Let's leave that there for 1 second. I thought I had this figured out. Okay, put that there, that there. Oh, doggone it. Put that back in place. There we go. Put that back where it's supposed to go. And this, I know this goes flipped around. I can't remember exactly how. I think it just goes down like that. Pretty sure. And then those two come up over it like that. There we go. We got that right. We did that right. Turn his head around. Push that back down in there. There we go. And yeah. There's a tab and slot there, tab and slot there. That goes there. And that goes there. All right, we were closer than what we thought. And let us move these arms back. Let's come down here to the feet real quick. All right, now let's turn his waist over. Hopefully I'm not prematurely doing that, but I don't think I am. And then these, you want these back around because these little things are supposed to come out. Like that and like that. Okay, move his hip skirts up. We don't want to break them again. And his legs rock out. You can see right there. Oh, that's very tight. Got a little rocker right there. Okay, maybe those just go all the way up. But right there, again, and you can see on the inside, there's a little rocker we want to pop out, and that goes up as such. There and there. Okay, these two parts. We're going to break stuff. Oh, no, wait a minute. All right, you pull down that little purple bit. Purple bit comes down. Get that down and flat, and then on the bottom side, there's a pin, or there's a peg hole there and a peg hole there. And that will peg hole in here and here. Okay. Well, that went in. Did it actually go into the... Nope. Let's just pull it back here and do it. There we go. That one. Put that in there. That goes there and there. And we lift up the back of the legs here. Simply lifting up. Oh, there we go. And then the feet fold in. As such, you put that back. There's those wheels. This guy actually has wheels. That is so cool. Okay, I think we kind of got the bottom of them done. Let us come up here and fiddle-faddle with the top. This goes forward. Peg there, hole there. Put that in, and that kind of finishes our bridge, or the front of the tank mode, and the arms probably rock in as such. Okay, you can see that there's a little spot there, and these rock in and pop right in there on both sides, and these, I think, yeah, you've got your two pegs there, and that's where your gun will peg in. So these will go in like that, and like that. And I think the backs are right. I think so. Let me see. That comes around like that. There you go. And this one comes up, and you can turn it around. So you've got your armaments up there, your radar, and some more missiles. And let's take his big honking gun. And there's a peg there. And there. I'm sure this goes way back here like this to make it look right. Yep, that fits right in there. And that fits right in there. There we go. There. Oh, that looks goofy. Oh, can't have that. Can't have that either. Yeah, I don't want... I bet you it's supposed to go like that. Yeah, there we go. Yep, like that and like that. Does it have any other places to port in up here? Nope. Nope. But that just goes like that and like that. That looks better. And then your gun goes right there in the middle. There we go. I think we actually did it. Yay for us. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, friends and family. Oh, let's not mess that up now. That tab's in there, yeah. That's not quite where it's... Oh, there we go. It kind of slips inside there at the bottom. And in there, and we've got our little wheels, and there we go. We have our big Megatronus tank. Check that out. That is cool. He's good size. All right, let's, and supposedly you can take and put his little flame things on him. Let me see, I want these. I want them like that. We want these on here. We'll put them on like that. Yeah, there we go. The more flames, the better. Put this little flame on him, put that in that right there. And then you've got these things, these are blast effects too. Yeah, you can use those in the gun. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And he's got ports. Pretty much where's another port? Oh, he's got a port here. He can put his little pokey stabby axe thing there. Yeah, that's just what he needs, along with all the other pokey stabby parts. We can put that there, and there's his machete. We can put it up there. You can do with that whatever you want. Yeah. Do we have another port over here on the side? There we go. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, friends and family, if you are lucky enough to find Megatronus at Ross like I did, he turns into a big, huge, cool tank, just like this. There we go. And I still have one blast effect left. We'll put it in there. Yeah, that is awesome. And, like I said, while I was at Ross, and it's still here on my desk because I don't know what I'm going to do with this thing, I got this big, huge, freaking cool lightsaber. Megad. That is the coolest thing. I've been playing with it all day. Yeah. Yeah, I've been having fun with that. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, friends and family, whatever you have going on, I hope it's the very best. Shut up, Star. Yeah. I hope it is the very best. And, wow. Oh, he rolls so good. That's one thing I wanted to say. Here, let's look down here at him. Wow, he is a roller. Yay! Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, friends and family, whatever you have going on, I hope it is the very best. And I'll talk to you all later. Bye, guys.